now 71 days from Trump taking the oath of office. What is the most important thing that everybody is looking for? That is my question. I'll start with you.
Joe Biden's been a phenomenal president. He's lived up to so many of the promises he's made. There's one promise left that he could fulfill, being a transitional figure. He could resign the presidency in the next 30 days, make Kamala Harris the president of the United States.
Whoa.
He would absolve her from being able to, from having to oversee the January 6th transition, right, of her own defeat. And it would make sure that it would dominate the news at a point where Democrats have to learn drama and transparency and doing things that the public want to see is the time. This is the moment for us to change the entire perspective of how Democrats operate.
This has now jumped from an internet meme to a Sunday morning show.
Jamal's out here right now in a season of House of Cards.
I thought you were going to say, what about the Supreme Court? That's also out there.
Well, the Supreme Court might happen. I don't know if it will, but I think this is something that's in Joe Biden's control. And if he did it, it would fulfill his last promise. It would give Kamala Harris the chance to be the 47th president of the United States of America. It would disrupt all of Donald Trump's paraphernalia, right? He'd have to rebrand everything. But and it would make it easier for the next woman who runs for president to not have to.
So there you have it. Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to the Most High. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, which is to say in the Paleo Hebrew, Yahweh, which is the name of our Heavenly Father, meaning He is. Bahashem, meaning in the name. Yahweh Shai, meaning He is our salvation. And that is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, a so-called black man. All right. And in their last attempt to try to overthrow this new administration, they are asking the so-called Democrats are asking Joe Biden as his last, favor per se, to step down and allow Kamala Harris to presume as the 46th president, but they're saying 47. So what are they trying to tell you? That, hey, Trump may not get to that position if Kamala takes, control over the remaining term of this presidency. All right. And why? They may stage a coup that Kamala be put in, and then from that point they enact martial law. All right. Because why? The people are going to be in such a frenzy that they're going to smell foul play, and they're going to have to roll in, the military police, man, that has the order to use lethal force. Okay. So this is the Guardian, and it says resign Joe Biden and let Kamala Harris be the first female U.S. president. All right. So what are they hinting at? All right. That she could potentially be the first U.S. female president. All right. And potentially the last. Okay. Now they are asking for Joe Biden on his birthday, which is November the 20th, to step down. Okay. As a last act, to fulfill his promise to, let her, preside over the remaining term of this presidency. Okay. So whether, they ask him or they make him, it's up in the air. All right. Because as though they had said in this video clip, it was a meme, but now it's starting to catch, wind and potentially could be something that they could look forward to. Okay. So it goes on to read, Joe Biden should resign on his 82nd birthday on 20th November, which is right around the corner, okay? The day is the 12th, just 8 days away. It says allowing Kamala Harris to become America's first female president till 20th January. Right, that's what they're selling you on, okay? But hey, they won't put her in this type of position just for her to sit there to January the 20th. No, they're going to use her to bring forth martial law and chaos and riots and everything else that's going to come for her losing, but yet still winning, okay? Her losing the electoral presidential race, but what? Winning in that she could still become the first female U.S. president sitting in office, okay? It says that would be a decent legacy, all right? And you got to imagine, here it is, these red-blooded, Edomites, especially those of the conservative type, can see the writing on the wall, okay? If they allow this to take place, that's it for their kingdom, man, okay? She's going to put so many provisions into place that, hey, it may make it hard for Donald Trump to actually make good on a lot of those promises that he did, man. All right? So it says, first laugh I have had since the election, Emmanuel Macron to Trump, ready to work together as we have done for years with our convictions and with mine, okay? So a lot of people is, looking at it as a joke, all right? But that's how they want to pitch you the coup, okay? A coup is a takeover, all right? They don't want you to take it serious until it's too late, okay? So if this is indeed, a coup, then what? What better way than to either make Joe Biden step down or take him out altogether, man, and have her, enacted or sworn in as the 47th president, all right? But really the 46th president, all right? So this is where it's going at, and let's get that definition of coup. Coup. This is a coup, a sudden, violent, and unlawful seizure of power from a government. Right. So, hey, put her in office as the first female president, and then what? Stage a coup of violent government takeover, and all hell breaks loose, enact martial law, put the citizens in a frenzy, let shit go to hell in a handbasket, cut the lights off here in Babylon the Great, shut down the internet, shut down all type of stuff, enact martial law, and roll out that chip, okay? Right into the new year, man. All right, and these are all things that could be potentially brought to the table. All right, leading up into January the 20th, man. Okay, so it says a coup, a sudden, violent, and unlawful seizure of power from a government. Gives you an example. He was overthrown in an army coup. And then the second one says a notable or successful. That's not what it is. It's the first one. All right. So this could be the potential works putting into place, floating out there, letting you get familiarized with it. And then what? November 20th, Joe Biden steps down on his birthday. And what? She becomes the first female president. Okay. And then the people going to see it. That it's over with. All right. They going to have an uproar, man. An uproar because they know Trump ain't going to be able to be put in the office if this happens. Okay. Let's go get a couple of precepts. All right. This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 15. And let's jump down to verse 2nd Ezra 15 and 15. It says, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. Right, so they already got provisions put into place for just an occasion. If the people get unruly and out of control because of this, they can enact that that DOD order 5240-1, that military police can use lethal force against its occupants, okay, against the inhabitants, the people here in America, the United States of America. So it says, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands, right? Because you got some of these liberal wackos that's, hey, I would have never, thought they was about that, but they putting videos out where they had this one liberal woman that says, if you are a white man, and you have to be a white man, and I see you walking across the street, I'm going to take my firearm and fire it at you. So you seeing this is the perfect time to stoke this division amongst the people, man. All right, you got these liberals that's on edge, and if these right-wing Republicans see this happening, they gonna be on edge, and you just let them all come together and take themselves out, man. Okay, you let this sedition brew, and what? Hey, this is the perfect storm to weather and bring forth that chip, man. Okay, chaos, shut down the internet, shut down everything, cause you gotta you gotta make a state of emergency address that, hey, things are out of control, man. We gotta bring in, uh martial law, military police, man. Okay. So it says, and one people should stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, right? They're not going to regard, her being in office, because they're going to understand that it's a coup, okay? And they're going to stand up and fight against, the military police, martial law, whoever else they bring in, because they understand that this is going to be a coup to overthrow and to take Trump out, okay? So that what? He doesn't get into office to what? Make those provisions, those promises that he said he would do, which is what? On day one, start deporting these illegal immigrants out of America back to their prospective countries, okay? So you're gonna have division at his highest if they put her in office, okay? So it says, for there should be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Right. So it's gonna be a lot to pay if this actually falls through and Joe Biden either gets taken out or steps down on his birthday or before or after, and she gets put into office before January 20th. Okay. It says a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, right? Because they're going to have checkpoints checking to make sure you have some type of business here, you live here. They're going to look at your ID, see whether or not, you come in here to start trouble or what, okay? So we got to see how this play out, man. This is something new on the table, Will it come to fruition? Only time will tell. But we have to be, ready for everything, okay? However they want to bring forth chaos to bring forth this chip, hey, it's all good. However the Most High want to use them, he's going to use them for his will, all right? Not going to make it too long. We're going to go ahead and close out. The point was made. Sedition among men, a coup, a unlawful takeover of government. So, this is where we at right now. 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 8. Read it all the time. Be sober. Be vigilant. So, hey, get ready. Understand, things have to play out according to the will of the Heavenly Father, man. All right? So, however he want to bring forth this chaos, this pandemonium, this mayhem for America to fall, hey, by all means necessary, be ready. All right? So be sober, be vigilant. Why? Because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. Right? And for all you individuals, speaking primarily of, the 2/3 of our people who are heavily invested in this system, Babylon the Great, who wants to see Trump get into office, how much more if that doesn't happen or is postponed, you're going to really feel, the heat per se. You're going to really feel like there's no hope, all right? Why? Because you put your trust in Babylon, okay? You lean on that broken reed, where if a man lean on, he will get what? It says Isaiah 30. Let's read it before we close out. Isaiah 30 or 31? Isaiah 36:6. Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him, right? So, ultimately, hey, this could be the potential catalyst that bring forth that chip where you have to lean on Egypt to get everything you want, your wants and needs. Okay, that chip is going to pierce your hand. All right. So the point is, be sober. Okay, be vigilant. Continue to watch. All right. You can't put anything out of the realm of possibility, man, because everything is on the table in this time we in. So be sober. Be vigilant. Why? Because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. All right? So with that being said, pray someone was edified through this lesson. And until the next time, if it be the Lord's will, stay strong, stay in the faith. We almost home. Shalom. Peace.